Hey everybody, welcome back to your tower reading. I hope everything is good in your world and we're all happy and you don't really need this, but if you feel like a tower moment is on the way or you're about to find yourself in one, well, you come to the right place because that's all I do. All of these messages are timeless and they are without star signs. They are all collective readings so everybody gets to play. What I do here is I draw two cards from the Major Arcana deck just like this. Like I just did. We'll look at the bottom for more info and then we'll clarify. Real simple, real easy, and kind of to the point. Remember, all tower moments are, not all of them are terrible bad, but they can be, so be prepared for that. And these messages are timeless, so whenever you're watching this is when you were meant to see it. Like I just said. All right, let's get started. High Priestess of the Sword of the Tower is basically you not listening to yourself. You're not trusting yourself about something. You doubt yourself. You're like, oh, this is a bad idea, but I have to do it anyway, kind of thing. You should trust yourself, and you probably avoid most of your mistakes. But yeah. So the idea here is you don't listen to yourself, your inner voice, your conscience, whatever, and you get to hit a tower moment, which makes sense because, like I said, that usually happens. The judgment card on the other side of the tower is time to make another judgment call. So this tower is going to provide you with another choice, and that choice has something to do with the Empress and the Chariot, which basically means a new idea shows up out of nowhere, and it's pretty quick. But do you take that new idea or not? Because this is going to be a do it now or not choice. This is a now or never kind of thing. So you're not going to really get too much time to think about it, which makes sense because after a tower moment, they give you an opportunity, whoever they might be, friends, family, or whatever, and they say, well, you got to act now. You want out of this mess, great, but you need to act right now. And since the Empress is there, I'd say take the deal. Let's see what's got you. You're not trusting yourself. Not walking away from something. No happiness, no joy, no celebration. Lord of Wands. And the Page of Wands. You're not saying the things you need to say. You're miserable and you should leave. And you know it. But you don't. It's like, have you ever noticed just before big trouble, big problems start, you feel like, oh, now is the good time just to leave, get out of the situation, be done with it. But you don't, and then everything goes bad. And then you say, I should have left when I could, when I had the chance. This is your chance. But you're not doing it. And I don't know why. Everything is screaming at you to leave, run, disappear, go somewhere else. Don't be here. But you're sticking around. Because I think, even though most of you is screaming at you, you're thinking, nah, it can't get any worse than this. It'll blow over, it'll be fine. No. Yeah, Ten of Cups over the tower. That's been kind of, yeah, your emotions get wrecked because of this, and the Ten of Wands. So yeah, this is just a huge burden in your life. This tower moment destroys your emotional and physical well-being. It's too much. It's overwhelming. You don't avoid this problem and it crushes you emotionally, maybe even, mentally, mental and emotions. Basically, you just get depressed to the extreme, it gets bad. It's too much responsibility, too much emotion, too much depression. And you should have left. You shouldn't have dealt with this. You should have just said, cool, you guys do you. I'm gonna go do my own thing. Then you could have been somebody out from the outside looking in, but no, you decided to stay. And now you have to deal with major consequences. Judgment card. Knight of Pentacles. Which is weird. Four of Cups. Queen of Swords. So this judgment, this choice you got to make is a solid decision. So the Pentacles card is the Knight of Pentacles is probably one of the most reliable cards in the deck. Take this time. It makes sense. It's ready to. When it's ready to go, it's really ready to go. There's no waiting or anything in between. The Queen of Swords is cutting off things that no longer serve you. Head over heart decisions. No emotions get thrown to the side for a while. And the Four of Cups is basically you're ignoring emotional things. So when this decision comes up, when this choice appears, the Empress shows up. She doesn't chase. She doesn't she attracts. She doesn't chase. So when it shows up, you're going to be in a place where this will probably be your only way out of the situation you find yourself in. And we all have free will. You can stay in this bad place if you want to, as long as you want. You can do that. You can stay there. But when this choice comes along, you'll have to make a judgment call. You'll have to use your brain. You will have to ignore your emotions, and you're going to know exactly what you want in this world. And you're going to want out. You're going to want to a better place, to a better situation. And once you hit it, it's going to be quick, though. It's going to be like somebody coming in to save you, almost. It's like, hey, you can hang out with me for a while. Why don't you just get away from things for a while? Why don't you come over here? Why don't you, just escape? And it's not going to be a think about it moment. It's going to be a spur of the moment kind of decision. And you're going to have to take it. Won't come around probably again. This is kind of it might last for a couple days or something, but this offer is one you're going to want to take. Because right now you're in a situation where it's just leading to massive depression and sadness and responsibility that doesn't belong to you. It's soul crushing. Best way to describe it. And you're not feeling good right now. And everything in you is telling you to leave. Scream. This option right here might be available to you right now. There might be somebody in your life saying, hey, why don't you come over to my place? Hey, why don't you do this? Hey, why don't you, maybe even just for a few days, just to clear your head or something. Get you out of a bad situation. And you're just like, I don't know, I can't, because whatever reason you're coming up with. It might be time to get out. Flee. Run. Because this tower's coming, and once that hits, it's going to be nasty, and it's going to take a long time to heal from it. It's already going to take a long time to heal from where you're at, but this is just worse. The darkness at the end of the tunnel. That's what this is. And at the end of the deck is the Six of Cups. And that's probably the reason why you're not running from this situation. Because as always, we look back past the bad things. We look back, right? We go, oh, remember how good it used to be and how good it could be again. And maybe it'll be like that someday, and we can just wait a little longer, and it'll go back to these good old days where it's nostalgic and happy, and, it only rains like candy and whatever. It was perfect back then. It was so great. And then it turned into this. Now, those days probably weren't that great back then, but just comparing to what you have now, they seem that much better. But those days are over. They're not coming back. And you keep waiting for the old days to come back, and they're not going to. Right? Just a couple more days, and it'll be better when we can do. It'll be better when we have more money. It'll be better when we can do this. It'll be better when. It's always down the line, and once you get to that line, it's always worse. But the end of the line is coming. Tower moment. And you're going to wish that all these times you had the chance to get out and you didn't take it, you're going to regret that a lot. Also, the Six of Cups is looking back too, so that's a lot of that going to happen too. You're going to be looking back to, why didn't I leave when I had the chance? Why didn't I get out? I should have left. The escape will always be there. It'll probably be there for a while, but I would take it now if it's available. I would get out now. Avoid the tower. Avoid all of this. Okay, well, yeah, that's it for today. I'm going to show you the cards and we'll be done. Here we go.